Welcome to this week's edition of Our Community. I'm Tim Hart with Dave Sattler from the Coldwater Department of Municipal Services. And Dave, as always, we like to start the show finding out what's happening in and around Coldwater.
Well, we've got the big project, the pool and the gym expansion, and I believe that we've scheduled a groundbreaking for July 24th.
Does that mean all the head honchos are going to be out there with the shovel like this?
Well, yeah.
Is that a gold shovel, a silver shovel?
Well, I don't know if we've got the shovels yet.
Or shovels?
Well, Lisa Miller will be there. She'll be shoveling
it. Yes, she will be. All right, so the groundbreaking's happening. Softball, obviously, full swing going on right now.
Yeah, we're getting close to district tournaments, and teams are all been classified. We just got done with a nice girls fast pitch tournament, and with 24 teams from 4 or 5 state area.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. They're all impressed with our facilities, which, we are too. They are very nice facilities, and it was very good. Now we have a baseball tournament that is going on, and so... the fields are always busy.
Well, and that is a good testament to the community because I know that the community supports a lot of events like this and welcomes people to come here, whether, softball, baseball, we have our soccer event, tournaments and all that. So it's, one of the things that people say, it's just kind of a hometown feel.
It brings people to town, and with that girls' fast pitch tournament was, a majority of those teams were here to stay in the hotels.
Right,
so
exactly.
The hotels were all busy, and that's a good thing for the city to do is host people coming in from out of town, showcase the town.
Well, and in recent weeks, the Strawberry Fest was downtown. I mean, just lots of activities. There's entertainment under the stars starting now, and that's every Tuesday. There's music in the park in Quincy, which is awesome. They had some cloggers there. They've got all kinds of acts coming up, and that's going all the way through August. So
and that's on Thursday night?
That is on Thursday. So Tuesday in Coldwater, Thursday in Quincy, and if you've got some events happening in your town or village, let us know. We'll make sure people know about them, and just a lot of fun when you can utilize those parks for those activities.
Yep. Well, we got the Coldwater Booster outing, golf outing coming up in August.
The Coldwater Food Pantry.
Golf outing.
There's a lot of golf outings coming up.
Looking for some
You ever go to work or what?
Well,
you just go to golf outings?
Well, I got to support the community.
How about that?
Hey, I'm the athletic director.
Yeah.
The rec director or something like that.
He's supporting every cause there is. Dave Sattler, a cause supporter. All right, this week on Our Community, I just made that. I have no idea what I'm saying.
I know.
Anyway,
I'm a rent-a-cause guy.
Yeah, this week I'm going to be a little serious, and I am going to talk to Senator Bruce Caswell. He's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk about what's happening in Lansing, some of the hot topics. He's going to talk about how he's now covering 4 counties, and you're a state rep covering 2 counties, then you move up to a senator covering 4 counties. It's just a little different. He said, well, here's my schedule. I'm at this meeting, I'm meeting with this person, I'm at this event, I'm in Lansing here. It's like, whoa, that's a busy person.
I think Bruce Caswell has been one of our best representatives ever.
Yeah, exactly right. And obviously a great senator right now. So
yeah.
He'll be on the show talking about all kinds of topics. We've got Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. Hey, how's your league going right now?
Good.
A little hesitation there. Is he top of the
depends on which league I was looking at.
How about the Monday Night League?
The Monday Night League, we're in the middle of the pack.
Who you golfing with?
I golf twice a month, and I'm either golfing with Pat Krieger, Superintendent of Union City Schools, or with Mike Galliers,
all right, so
President of G&W Displays.
There you have it. So, well, you're with the hierarchy is what you're trying to
Well,
tell
then
me.
on Thursday I golf with Nick Grabowski. The big Grabowski.
There you go. Well, still hierarchy.
Yeah, well,
just at a different place.
Yeah,
The bank.
At the bank,
Yeah, exactly. We also are going to have Faith Perspectives on this week. So a lot happening. And if you've got news and events coming up about your community, your school, whatever the case is, let us know here at Q1 Broadcasting, and we'll make sure everybody else knows. When we come back, we've got our Come On Man and our shout out of the week. When I come back, I'm talking politics with Senator Bruce Caswell.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Nothing compares to freshly baked bread. Grinders piled high with meats and cheeses, or pizza with your favorite toppings. Or you can try our mouth-watering cool 8-inch Mancino wraps, available in original and our low-carb wheat wrap varieties. Feed the whole family with Mancino's Family Deal. Get a large one-item pizza, a whole grinder, garlic bread with cheese, and a 2-liter of pop for only $22.
Nothing compares to the original Mancino's Pizzas and Grinders.
The Laurels of Coldwater.
To us, caring is more than just providing the best medical care and therapy for your loved one.
If you or your loved one is recovering from a surgery or a serious illness, consider the Laurels of Coldwater to get you home sooner, safer, stronger.
Our medical standards are focused on one purpose: to make sure that each guest achieves the highest level of independence possible, physically, emotionally, and socially.
Exceeding the needs and expectations of those we serve.
The Laurels of Coldwater offers therapy services customized to each patient's need: physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy.
Our many amenities include private guest rooms, a rehab gym, and menu options from our chef.
Our dietary team provides delicious home-style meals that are served in a private or social setting, with your choice of a variety of meals from our fine dining program. The Laurel way of caring. It comes from within all of us.
Hi, I'm Dean Bobilia. Summer's a great time to save money. You can get a new Dodge Dart with automatic air and more for only $149 a month. Do you want to take a vacation? Get a Chrysler Town & Country minivan with all the power options for only $289 a month. Need a truck? Try the Dodge Ram 4-wheel drive for only $359 a month. The Bighorn package with the extended back seat and all the options. You don't need to make appointments for oil changes anymore. We have 2 technicians on standby to change your oil quick and thorough. It's a great day at Bobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
At Pines, we're here to help everyone. Life should be enjoyed, not endured. We came up with the slogan, life should be enjoyed, not endured. We felt that everyone could understand that. And what we're really meaning is that if you're just getting up every day, enduring life and trying to get through the day, there are things you can do that we can help you with to feel better, to enjoy life more. We have everything from outpatient services, case management services, substance use services. We are the gatekeeper and make referrals for inpatient services as needed. We have psychiatrists who can prescribe medications. We're there for the long haul for people who need it, and there for short-term help for people who only need that.
Welcome back to our community. Tim Hart now talking with Senator Bruce Caswell. And Senator Caswell, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
We're going to talk in general about what's happening in Lansing right now, and I know there's a lot of different issues out there. What would you consider to be the number one issue that's being discussed and bantered about?
The number one issue right now, Tim, is whether or not the state should expand Medicaid in order to get medical insurance to our poorer citizens, or whether we should go in another direction to get medical insurance to them, or whether we should not get medical insurance to them at all. Those are really the issues we have on the table, and that's under discussion.
Now, does it seem like there's a big push to make a big change with the Medicaid then?
Well, it's the Medicaid piece that we're talking about is all part of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare.
Right.
It's all part and parcel of that. So the issue becomes whether or not we in the state of Michigan, the government, wants to expand Medicaid all the way up to 133% of the poverty level, which for a single person, Tim, that means if you were making upwards of $15,000 or less, you would be on Medicaid. If you're over that, you'd be on commercial insurance. The interesting thing is that if we do not expand Medicaid, then everybody, if you're a single person again, and you're making $11,500 or more, you could get commercial insurance with a federal subsidy. So it's not as cut and dried as it seems. If we don't expand, there's a greater group of working poor who could get commercial insurance, like you and me. If we do expand, more of the working poor will end up on Medicaid. And I don't think people exactly understand that. So it's an issue that needs to be considered.
Well, I think a lot of people are like, well, let's just cut Medicaid, or let's do this, or let's do that. There's always, it seems to be, if you go in one direction, it always affects somebody else in another direction.
That's true. That's true. And for the system as a whole, Tim, if we look at the entire country as a whole, it makes sense to get some kind of medical insurance to folks, to everybody. It's much more intelligent to be able to go to a doctor and have a portion of it paid for and deal with your basic healthcare problems there than it does that every time you have a problem you end up in the emergency room where it's much more expensive. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, so that's the Medicaid
Yep.
issue. What about schools and school funding? It seems to be always, I mean, ever since my kids have been in school, it just always seems like a topic of conversation. What are we going to do about our aging buildings? What are we going to do about, you know, the per student dollars that are being sent to each and every school? Are there things in the works there at all?
Well, it's an issue, Tim, of the foundation grant. It's an issue of money, having enough. Now, the way we distribute the money has changed. If we distributed the money today the way we did 10 years ago, the foundation grant would be about $7,450
Per student.
per student.
Okay.
The way we're doing it now, the foundation grant is announced as $7,026. But then there's this money in these different pots that schools can access. The big issue, to boil it all down in a very simple statement, is we're trying to balance continuing to keep the retirement system going. And we've made a lot of changes in the retirement system, but we're trying to keep that going. At the same time, we're funding the schools and keeping them going. And the schools' money is very tight. I will not deny that at all, and people are working very hard in the schools. But we've got to balance the two because we're required to keep the retirement system going. We're also required to provide an education and keep the classrooms going. And there's not enough money to be overly generous on either side of that.
Well, when you take a look at it too, I mean, you know, in some school districts, the buildings are old, they're, you know, leaking, but yet they're trying to, do they have enough money in a sinking fund to do different types of repairs? Where can they get that money? Some of the school districts, you know, have lost people that have moved out, and so now they don't have as many students, so in essence they're not getting as much money.
Correct. And on the building issue, I've studied Ohio a lot. Ohio has excellent school buildings. The way they do it, I think, makes sense. I've taken the idea back up to Lansing. I'll be very honest with you, to this point it hasn't gained any traction, but it's a method that if we would use the Ohio model, that we could begin the process of a continuous, ongoing, year after year school construction in the state that would eventually, after a period of 10, 15 years, get us to the point where our buildings are in much better shape.
Well, Bruce, you know, you were a state rep for 6 years, and now you're the senator, and you go from 2 counties to 4 counties. You know, talk to me about, you know, working with the constituents. Obviously, you have a lot of drive time.
A lot of drive time, Tim, and I'm very glad that I bought a Ford Focus when my Saturn finally died on me, because I get about 42 miles to the gallon with that Ford Focus, and it's been a blessing. But I do. I spend a lot of time on the road, but that's time that I can talk, make phone calls to people. I do try, my staff tries very hard if I'm over in St. Joe County to schedule events in St. Joe and Branch, if I'm on the other end in Lenawee, to kind of get me with Lenawee and Hillsdale. But there's times that I'll go back and forth across the district 3 times in a day, getting from one event to another, maybe from Adrian over to Sturgis and then back over to Blissfield and then maybe back to Three Rivers. So, but it's what you have to do if you're going to stay in touch with people and give people the opportunity to talk with you, which is very important to folks.
Well, that's what they want to do with a state representative. They want to talk, or a senator, they want to talk, and so that you listen to them and take their concerns or different issues to Lansing to try to get some things done, type of thing. So talk to me real quick before we go. You know, Governor Snyder, you know, a lot of people say, awesome job, doing excellent. Others, well, I don't know if he's doing such a great job. But I would say that, and maybe it's because of the car industry, Michigan has bounced back here. And we've got, you know, some reserve funds, and it seems like we're a state on the move again, not a state on the, oh, not Michigan type of thing.
That's true. We're the #1 state in the country for creating manufacturing jobs over the last 3 years. 88,000 new manufacturing jobs have returned to Michigan. Those are generally good paying jobs. We now have Right now we have $500 million in our rainy day fund. That, to give you an idea, our budget is $9 billion, so that's about 5%. When Governor Snyder came in, we had $2 million in the rainy day fund. We've put together 3 budgets in a row that I'm proud to say haven't stolen money from this pot or that pot and so on, shift money around and so on. They've been legitimately balanced budgets. We're funding things with the money we have. We've made, in my budget, the Department of Human Services, we've cut that budget $63 million in 3 years. Actually, we've cut it about $110 million, but because of other issues where we've had to hire staff, we put things back in. But the net reduction has been $63 million. That's in our social service programs. So we're trying very hard to be efficient. We're always looking for new ways of doing things that are more cost effective but still get the job done for people, and we'll continue to do that. And Governor Snyder no governor is going to be liked by everybody, but I tried to be very respectful with Governor Granholm when she was in office. I didn't always agree with everything she did, but I think the office demands respect. That doesn't mean you can't differ. Governor Snyder, the same way. I like how he thinks on financial issues. He's always looking for more efficient ways to do things, and I think that's appropriate. Continuous improvement is the mantra that government should have, and goodness knows I wish we could have it out in Washington.
Yes. Well, maybe we got to send you to Washington at some point.
No, I do not want to go to Washington, no.
One other thing, I crab about this on our show all the time. Is there anything that anybody can do with gas prices or anything that, people, oh gosh, it's $3.50 a gallon, it went way down. And I'm like, oh, but you don't understand. For somebody like yourself and me that drive a lot, the price is just out of sight. And is there any type of thing that any government entity can do, or is it just, that's the way it is?
Tim, this is a much bigger issue than just gas prices, but we've made the decision in this country that we're not going to drill excessively in this country for oil. We're not going to build refineries. We haven't built a refinery in this country in decades. And as long as we have that outlook, and we're not growing our oil supplies internally, and we're not growing the ability to refine gasoline, things aren't going to get any better. And you can have very legitimate disagreements or arguments about why we've done what we've done and so on and so forth, but the price we've paid for not building refineries and not doing extra drilling, fracking, and so on and so forth, the price we pay for that is higher gasoline prices, much higher prices, and they're only going to go higher as we go forward unless we make the decision as a country to change how we look at energy. Cheap energy built this country. An economy can thrive with cheap energy. Now, we are moving towards natural gas.
I'm a big fan of that.
Gobs of natural gas in this country. There's already forces out there that are trying to stop the fracking process that we use for natural gas. But I'm telling you, there is some serious talk going on behind the scenes about natural gas being the fuel that will replace gasoline. And that could happen. It's going to take a long time to make that switch over, but that could happen. But it will only happen if we make the decision as a country through our political process that we want that to happen. And if we block the production of natural gas, then that's not going to happen either.
So make sure you don't block anything like that. Push forward on it and be our champion.
You know, there are consequences to everything we do in life. Nothing is free, and we all have to understand that.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, Bruce Caswell, Senator Bruce Caswell with us here on Our Community. I'm Tim Hart. We've got more coming up. Stay with us.
Is your family going stir crazy?
Honey, where are the big bandages? Like Shark Bite Big!
Then slide into spring at the new Soaring Eagle Water Park and Hotel. Call now for our special spring rate, starting at $79.95. Your first park pass free and 50% off additional passes. The Soaring Eagle Water Park and Hotel, your family funcation destination.
You've got to admit, we love our teams. Whether they hit home runs, score touchdowns, or slam dunk the ball, we give them our support and loyalty. In your hometown, there's a team that gives you support and loyalty. Your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. Call your home team today and ask about safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance.
Hi, I'm Scott Crabtree. If you have questions, come see us at C&O Insurance.
Information on what's happening all over Coldwater.
It's available online at coldwater.org.
At coldwater.org, the City of Coldwater and the Coldwater Board of Public Utilities provide you user-friendly information about the city, including all the departments, and details on utility services like electric, cable, and internet services. You can even set up auto pay for your Coldwater BPU bills. Just log on to coldwater.org.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Nothing compares to freshly baked bread. Grinders piled high with meats and cheeses, or pizza with your favorite toppings. Or you can try our mouth-watering cool 8-inch Mancino wraps, available in original and our low-carb wheat wrap varieties. Feed the whole family with Mancino's Family Deal. Get a large one-item pizza, a whole grinder, garlic bread with cheese, and a 2-liter a pop for only $22.
Nothing compares to the original Mancino's Pizzas and Grinders.
Here's something healthy your family will actually enjoy. Great tasting water from Culligan. And no matter where you live or work, Culligan will deliver cold, refreshing water right to your door. So make the talk around the water cooler about the water cooler. Experience the difference Culligan can make. Culligan. Better water. Pure and simple.
Call Gordon's Culligan today to schedule a free in-home water analysis.
We're back.
And we're back is exactly right. Tim and Dave with you here on Our Community. We enjoy bringing our show to you each and every week. And, we get a chance to talk about what's happening, what's going on, a little gossip here and there. Little gossip. I mean, some of the gossip we talk about is off camera, and we can't share that.
I know. It might be rated a little better than PG.
Something like that. It's rated, it's not for cable TV. That is bad. That is bad.
Well, that's Jude. I have a clean mind.
Really? Did you see that? His chin was shivering. I was like, holy cow. What a, you're in Rotary. It needs to be the truth, Dave. It needs to be the truth.
It is the truth.
All right.
In my mind.
In your mind. Well, let's do our Come On Man and our shout out of the week. Come on, man. What's your Come On Man this week?
Vandalism.
Really?
Yeah, it's appalling that people think that it's fun, and it's mostly younger kids that do stupid stuff. Like painting obscenities on walls with spray paint, or it's like defacing playground equipment. How much fun is that?
How about let's see how many rolls of toilet paper we can shove into the toilet. For what reason?
I don't know. It's amazing that the vandalism that we see on a regular basis in the parks, and it's like, come on, man, those parks are there to be enjoyed, not to be destroyed.
And most people. You got your 98% of the people that enjoy the parks and all the recreational opportunities, no problem. It's the other 2%, which quite honestly are idiots. Yeah. No other way to say it.
Right, because there's no need for that.
That's right. Let everybody enjoy them.
I mean, how would you like it if somebody did that to your personal possessions?
I would not.
No. And put it in perspective.
All right, so that's our come on, man. So give me your final line about the come on, man. Vandalism.
Vandalism is not good.
Come on, man, don't do it. How about that? I'm trying to help you out. I tried to lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. I don't know what to do.
I'm a slow learner, brother.
Really? All right, so it's time now for our shout out of the week.
And who are we going to shout out to?
Well, I thought you had a shout out of the week.
Well, I do. I was going to shout out to Jeff Holbrook. He's a, vice president at Century Bank, and he helped me out with a little problem that I had with some banking things.
Yep.
And so I said I would shout out to him, and then also plug the booster outing.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I will tell you this, and hopefully everybody's experienced this in some form or fashion. People that work in banks, especially the people like, the Jeff Holbrooks, especially like, and I'm going to give her a plug, my wife who works at Monarch Bank. When people call in, you got problem solvers, and you do appreciate that when you're calling a bank and you get somebody on the phone, or you go meet them in person and they solve your problem.
Yep. And my golfing partner, Nick Grabowski, he's my main banker guy.
All right, so he solves this problem with bringing soda pops to the golf course, correct?
No.
We're going to leave
when
it right
was the
there.
last time we drank soda pop?
We're going to
at the
leave it
golf
right
course?
there. I was trying to be, I guess it really doesn't make a difference, does it? It's cable. We can say what we want.
That's right.
Beers. All right, so he's Dave.
I'm Tim.
Good to see you tonight. Obviously we're a little punchy here. It's late in the day. And
It's coming up on a holiday weekend.
And we're taping this before July 4th, and we're both thinking maybe we should take off the 3rd and not worry about it.
And we were thinking about the Rotary program today, which was outstanding.
Yes, it was, from the Tibbetts Opera House.
Yeah,
a lot of great
good
plays
stuff.
going. Hey, we will say that, too. The Tibbetts Opera House, they have all kinds of great plays coming up. Fiddler on the Roof.
The
producers. I'm definitely going to that one. I might go to Fiddler on the Roof, too. So they got some great shows coming up. Make sure you
Popcorn
get your tickets.
Theater.
It's awesome. All right, we done?
We be done.
He's Dave. I'm Tim. Thanks for being with us this week on Our Community. Now stay tuned as I go to the Golf Club of Coldwater for Hitting the Greens.
Information on what's happening all over Coldwater.
It's available online at coldwater.org.
At coldwater.org, the City of Coldwater and the Coldwater Board of Public Utilities provide you user-friendly information about the city, including all the departments and details on utility services like electric, cable, and internet services. You can even set up auto pay for your Coldwater BPU bills. Just log on to coldwater.org.
At Pines, we're here to help everyone. Life should be enjoyed, not endured. We came up with the slogan, life should be enjoyed, not endured. We felt that everyone could understand that. And what we're really meaning is that if you're just getting up every day, enduring life and trying to get through the day, there are things you can do that we can help you with to feel better, to enjoy life more. We have everything from outpatient services, case management services, substance use services. We are the gatekeeper and make referrals for inpatient services as needed. We have psychiatrists who can prescribe medications. We're there for the long haul for people who need it, and there for short-term help for people who only need that.
Hi, I'm Dean Bobilia. Summer's a great time to save money. You can get a new Dodge Dart with automatic air and more for only $149 a month. Do you want to take a vacation? Get a Chrysler Town & Country minivan with all the power options for only $289 a month. Need a truck? Try the Dodge Ram 4-wheel drive for only $359 a month. The Bighorn package with the extended back seat and all the options. You don't need to make appointments for oil changes anymore. We have 2 technicians on standby to change your oil quick and thorough. It's a great day at Bobilia Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
The Laurels of Coldwater.
To us, caring is more than just providing the best medical care and therapy for your loved one.
If you or your loved one is recovering from a surgery or a serious illness, consider the Laurels of Coldwater to get you home sooner, safer, stronger.
Our medical standards are focused on one purpose: to make sure that each guest achieves the highest level of independence possible, physically, emotionally, and socially.
Exceeding the needs and expectations of those we serve.
The Laurels of Coldwater offers therapy services customized to each patient's need: physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy.
Our many amenities include private guest rooms, a rehab gym, and menu options from our chef.
Our dietary team provides delicious home-style meals that are served in a private or social setting, with your choice of a variety of meals from our fine dining program. The Laurel way of caring. It comes from within all of us.